concept of the Yuga or Vedic cycles into something more concrete that we can recognize in our own history. If we re-examine the stories that are often dismissed as fanciful myth, we might find that it indicates greater forces in play.
Those of us that are seriously looking at this old Vedic concept of the world ages, the cycle, we know that the golden age, the last golden age, basically the peak of the cycle was about 11,500 BC, the highest point. We also know that Plato mentions a series of catastrophes which have come down to us as the Atlantis legend, in which he claims that on our calendar system it would have been around 9,500 BC. Some tremendous upheaval apparently occurred, a lot of destruction. Isn't it also possible that for all of those maybe several thousand years, whatever those catastrophes were so cataclysmic that even with that silver age or golden age consciousness, they weren't fully able to recover? The end of the golden age and the decline into the falling silver age, or what we would refer to as mental age, marked the time at which we were falling out of a state on this planet where the average person had the potential or capability to be in a state, a very high state of awareness. And they were a far more enlightened and benevolent society than we would be able to even imagine now, but they were beginning to lose that almost divine state that exists in the Golden Age. And as they started to descend into the Silver Age, there began to be more of an emphasis on what we would now refer to as sacred sites and sacred structures.
You could almost think of them as machines to enhance consciousness or to create an environment where, you might call it altered states of experience, but changes in consciousness, expansion of consciousness.
What these were really intended to do, it wasn't so much for the selfish purpose of, for example, boosting up a few individuals. This actually had to do with a much larger global perspective. And that's effectively what the Great Pyramid was. It was basically a device, a generator for, if you will, broadcasting and transmitting throughout the planetary structure, a type of field which uplifted the entire humanity. For at least 1,000 years, this structure performed beautifully.